Craig DeLuz here in the Cal FFL newsroom with an urgent legislative update. Now, those of you who've seen these videos know that I'm not a black helicopter, they're coming to take your guns kind of guy. I generally present the facts. Well, here are the facts about AB 1014. It is the most sweeping assault on our civil rights we've seen in a generation. Now, understand exactly what this bill does. With no warning, authorities will be able to search your home, your place of business, any place they think you might have guns, and confiscate your legally owned firearms, all based on nothing more than hearsay. In other words, this is not only an assault on your right to keep and bear arms, oh no, it goes much further than that.
In California, 2 state assembly members and a state senator are pushing legislation that would give relatives, friends, and, quote, intimate partners the same power that therapists have to alert the police when someone, potentially the next Elliot Rodger, poses a threat to himself or to someone else. Police could then investigate. And this is crucial. They could then seek a court order that would bar that person from buying or owning guns. Let me repeat that. A court order that would bar someone from is essentially what people will say is their Second Amendment right, and there is the controversy.
This would give parents, spouses, loved ones the ability to intervene, and if a judge determines that that individual that they're worried about is a danger to themselves or others, to be able to prevent a suicide, a homicide, or a mass killing.
Okay, let's be clear. The specific language of the bill says any person. They don't have to be a family member. They don't have to be someone close to you. They don't even have to know you. Anybody can request a gun violence restraining order against you, and you lose your Second Amendment rights.
There are those out there listening right now who would wholeheartedly agree with your position, and there are others who would say, you're coming for my guns and I'm a law-abiding citizen, and this kind of legislation would give someone who may have a different incentive, let's say, something retributive, to report me falsely to the police. Thereby they'd get my guns and I'd have to prove my innocence. What would you say to those people?
Well, we tried to balance both public safety and speed and the need to have a process that moves quickly with due process.
So let's say your neighbor doesn't like you very much. Maybe you're a little too conservative for his taste. And you and he have a disagreement over that. He can actually petition the court saying that you're a threat and you lose your Second Amendment rights. Actually, in this case, you lose both your First and your Second Amendment rights. Don't think so? Read the bill. All that's needed is a written or oral statement by the filer that you're a threat. For example, this guy likes guns, I feel threatened. Case closed, you lose your gun rights. But wait, there's more. AB 1014 also authorizes authorities to get a firearms seizure warrant, which allows law enforcement to search you and your property to confiscate your legally owned firearms. Now remember, you haven't even been before a judge yet. Some guy complained, a judge gave him a restraining order, well, because he doesn't want to be the guy who said no and someone got shot. And now you've lost your First Amendment right to free speech, your Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms, but you've also lost your Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable search and seizure. Then and only then do you get your day in court. You have to hire an attorney, which you know isn't cheap, and prove that you're not a threat. Because as far as the court is concerned in this case, you are guilty until proven innocent.
To have a hearing where the person in question who is being said of is mentally unstable and should not possess weapons, that individual could come before the court and profess that they are in good state of mind.
In this respect, they take your gun away, or they take your right to own a gun away until you go to the judicial authority and prove your case.
Folks, these politicians couldn't care less about your rights. So it's time that you started caring and actually took action. Go to demandrights.org, that's demandrights.org, and send a message to every member who'll be voting on this bill telling them to vote no on AB 1014. Now, I told you at the beginning of this video I'm not an alarmist, but I gotta tell you, they really are coming after your guns, and AB 1014 will give them all the authority they need to take them. I'm Craig DeLuz here in the Cal FFL newsroom. It's time to fight the good fight. I know I am. Are you?